Eric, the great, the radio podcast.
Oh,
if was
hey,
a gift, we
hey,
all be
hey.
drunk.
Don't play
The
with
radio
it.
podcast. If
You
was a
already
gift,
know
we
what
all
it do.
be drunk. The radio podcast. If was a gift, we all be drunk. The radio podcast.
Yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. Y'all already see what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got Brado the Great up in this thing, man. This is another edition of the What If podcast. I am Eric the Great. What's up with your Brado, man? Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Welcome. I'm glad to be on the show. Glad to be on.
Man. Good to have you. Good to have you, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna need a lot to you. Shit. When you had told me the other night about this particular trade that you was in / training, you know what I'm saying? Because me myself, I'm not a all the way an animal person like that. Okay. You feel me? I feel like if I can't communicate with you, like, hey, how you doing? You all right? And you can't say, yeah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? If a dog could say, yeah, I'm cool, or if a horse could say, yeah, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? Then I'd be like, okay, I know what you're thinking. All right, have a nice day. But since they can't communicate with me like that, then I guess that's why I don't all the way trust them. But Brado, can you explain to the people what exactly that you do with horses that had blew my mind? You feel me?
Yeah, okay. Well, my grandpa, he started out, it's called reining cow horsing. It's where you would take a horse and you would train it to run, like it's called a lead, which would be like, a left lead or a right lead, which way you're running around the pen. If you're going left, you would want your horse to be on a left lead, which would mean their left foot would be in front of their right foot when they run. You know how when you run with one foot in front of the other each time?
Uh-huh.
Well, with them, they have to have a certain, they have to be going a certain way. Like when they're going left, like I said, if they're going with their right foot first, when you're on the horse, it will be uncomfortable riding. It wouldn't be a smooth, ride while you're doing it when you're going with them. That's one of the main things you need to make sure you're doing is getting it on the right lead. With the cow, it was with the reining cow horse, it was that you would do, go around on a lead on each way. You would have to go rope a cow. And it was just too much.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, but when you say lead, are you talking about the horse or are you talking about the cow?
The horse. You lead the horse, like making it. Their lead, like I said, is where when they're running, say in a circle, they're going around, but they're going, this way, right. Which would mean they're going to the left, basically spinning in a clockwise or a counterclockwise. You would want that left foot to be in front when they run. You can look down and see it, like even when you're on it or far away, you'd be able to see the horse that left foot would be going first when it runs.
Okay.
It would go, like that kind of.
Okay, so, and that helps it go faster type of shit.
That and it's a smooth, and you want to be on that right lead. One, for the horse, so it doesn't mess up its shoulders from running wrong, and two, for you, because if it was on the wrong lead, you would be bouncing around in your saddle like this.
Right.
It wouldn't be just it wouldn't be just a straight smooth ride where you're bouncing on it.
It's just like if a routine,
like a stride, just like a stride.
Yeah, they running. If a horse can't be running like you don't run like this with both arms. You heard me?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just like a stride. Yeah.
Okay, I got what you're saying. But you the horse is pretty much herding cattle.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. With that, that's
continue.
With the reining cow horse, there's like 3 or 4 events within this with one event. I don't really know much about it. It's what my grandpa started doing. He did it for about 5 years. And then he found out about cutting horses. That's what I'm going to be getting into about right now. Yeah. That's what he trained. He's a retired trainer now, but he used to train them. It's where you would take your horse and you'll train it to where when you drop your hand, it will, you go in a herd of cows, you pick out one, and you train that horse to follow the cow without having to pick up your reins and tell it to go left or tell it to go right. You're able to put your hand down. That horse will step up. The cow turns left. It turns left. Say your horse, starts getting too, like there'll be, a herd of cows behind you. If you start pushing too far on those cows, you're able to kick your leg, on the right side, which is called your herd leg. That's what they'll say, herd leg. Hold
on. So the horse will kick the cattle if
no. I mean, they will. I'm saying, you'll kick the horse. No, you kick the horse in the leg on the herd, like when it's, say, all right, that's what you'll do. You'll come in, like I'm coming to you. You're the cow, okay? I'll walk straight to you. Boom. All right, there's 20 of y'all, right? Well, I want to get you out. So I bring out, well, only 10 of them came out with me, right? 10 cows came out. I can't cut 10 cows. So I got to wait. You know, they'll come off.
When you say cut 10 cows, when you say cut, period, you ain't talking about spade cut.
No, we ain't talking about no cutting. Like, no, we talking about you cutting it off.
About cut them off.
Yeah, shaving them off. You shave them off and you get one left where you have one cow out there.
So pretty much you trying to go into the herd of cows. I'm just trying to
ISO it out.
I'm trying to give me an understanding, see if I'm right. All right. They just say you got a herd of 20 cows. Yeah, you come over there with your horse, you break them all up, and you pretty much try to get the last one that's left out and corner that motherfucker and not let it go nowhere.
And basically
the more
what you're
that
doing,
you can do that without having to hold the reins, the more that the horse can do that by itself, the better, pretty much.
Yes. And then there's also best way I can explain it is we can use it as basketball terms. Okay. You go in, you go out there, you want to ISO, right? So you're gonna want the best person guarding you, to ISO them out so you can break their ankles, correct? So you can, show off and be the best. You want to be the best out there and show that you're the best. You got the best dribble moves. So you want the best person to come out and face you. That's about the same thing. You're a defender in this one. So you got to be on your best defense. You're going out, you're picking out the cow, and you're like, okay, I want you to try and get away from me, and I got to stop you. That's mainly what you're trying to do there, is trying to pick one cow out.
Is it sometimes that they got like a cow has a reputation for nobody being able to keep him over there? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like they be like, this motherfucker right here, he always, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It got to be that hard competition type of cow that be like, man, you can't make me stay over here.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised. During the show, like, all right, say there's 8 people in my class, okay? I draw number 4, so the other 3 people in front of me, I'm watching every cow that they cut. Each cow has a tag on it or a number or something where you can identify. Okay. And there's different. Cows are the same as dogs.
5, goddamn it, that motherfucker is a motherfucker.
But cows are the same as dogs. There's different breeds. There's brown cows. There's different ones. There's different names. There's a Mott. There's what they're called, the Brimmers. Those are ones like with those big ears. If you ever see a cow with big ears, that's the ones you kind of want to stay away from because they're the crazy cows. They wild, rambunctious. So it's
kind of like what is the crazy version of a dog?
Like a Chihuahua?
Or Rottweiler?
I'd say a Chihuahua would be a crazy version of a dog. You look at them things wrong, they just start going crazy. I mean,
all right, so pretty much you got your wild and out cows, you know what I'm saying? They kind of throw it off, you feel me? So them probably gonna be the hardest one to keep in the corner, pretty much.
And see, that's the thing. You want to for you to get a higher score, you got to pick the harder cows to cut.
You know what? That's the other thing that had threw me off. I had no idea that herding cows was a whole sport out here. It's literally necessary to get all steaks and all cheeseburgers, and it's necessary just to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's training at the same time. You feel me?
And it's all, like you said, it's also a trade. Like people from these horse shows that come there, we have people come from Florida, come from South Carolina. I mean, we have people coming from all over the southeastern United States just coming to our horse show down near Jackson, Mississippi, just to drive.
So do people be betting on this? This sound like any time motherfucker getting points, somebody start betting on it. That's all I know.
Oh yeah.
So people be betting on it.
I mean, I'm sure there is betting on it, and I haven't really looked into it. Looked on just Vegas and seen if you could type in cutting horse, and look it up. I'm sure there is, because they do have, like, when you compete through the year, you try to get, it's called the top 15 in your class. So when you get in that top 15, you would go compete in the world at the end of the year in December. You'll go down to Dallas, you'll go down to Texas, and you would compete. So like those top 15 people would all compete for, if you come in first, you get like a saddle and money and, some spurs, or, you win stuff of that nature for competing and hauling, traveling all year and taking your time out just to go do these events. And also, like our association where I work at, it's called NCHA. It's called National Cutting Horse Association. That's the name of
Got a whole cut horse association in this bitch, huh? You know what? You know what I had thought about since you had said something about gambling? What if they had, like, you know how people say, if you got a gambling problem, please call this number. You know what I'm saying? They just say, if you got a gambling problem on betting for cutting horses, please call this number. They probably be motherfucking putting steroids in horses to make sure they legs strong and shit. Now, how in the hell you got big ass front motherfucking gorilla arms and you a horse, goddamn it. Somebody is steroiding this horse 2 front legs so he can be able to cut this horse. One of them done cut the baby toe off your shit. You done cut a piece of ear off the cow. Now the cow don't know what's going on. You done put some shit in the cow eye. The cow is blind. It done got so serious. People is fucking with the cows and the horses, man. It should making sure that no corruption is going on in the cow cutting business.
Oh yeah, of course, because you know, my grandpa runs the show. You know, he's the main guy. He puts on the show. My grandma, she announces at the show and does all the
shit.
You know, putting all the information in. So like, say you wanted to come sign up and do a class, she would take your information and sign you up and put you in the computer and stuff. So they run the whole horse show. I'm in charge of handling the cows.
No,
you know, I go back there.
You're like the vice president of the motherfucking cow show, huh?
I mean, basically, everybody called me the cow man up there.
Oh, so. You the cow man?
Yes, sir.
What? You know who looking for you?
Who is?
Chick-fil-A. They're looking for you. Hey, that'll be a good motherfucking commercial shit. They be trying to get the cows. Chick-fil-A call y'all. We need y'all to herd some cows out this motherfucker, goddammit. Shit, it's all about chicken in this bitch. You hear me? For real.
But no, like say, you know, hey, we're starting this class. They have different classes for different competitors. They have ones just for the trainers. So that way, like someone like you that was a newcomer wouldn't be going against someone that was just a great all-star. You know,
yeah. So they might they got remedial classes, amateurs going against amateurs or some shit.
Yeah, they don't have it where you're going against you know, someone brand new would be going against someone that's one of the best in the world.
Well, you know, they make it. Question. Have you ever cut in any situation in any sport, especially when you're dealing with animals? Shit is unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You never know when shit is finna hit the fan. You feel me? So have you ever had a situation where shit hit the fan? Like, have a cow ever rammed a horse and knocked the horse down and said, fuck you, horse?
I mean, we've had cows charge at horses. We've had one or two. They haven't really like knocked them down, but like, you know, say what we'll do is it's called settling the herd. You know, I'll bring in, you know, say I got to bring in 20 cows for them for this next start of the next class. I'll bring them in. They'll, you know, one horse will go out there and just walk through them kind of to calm them down a little bit and get them more relaxed. And, you know, say they go to settle them and they'll go, and sometimes one, you know, a cow might be doesn't like horses, doesn't want, or isn't agreeing with what's going on, you know, with the situation. And just like us, you know, you don't agree with something, you're going to fight back.
Right. So what the cow did, man? What the cow did?
It tried to bite the horse's neck.
Oh, oh man, come on.
But I've had cows run by, like you know, open the gate to let some cows come through. One ran by. I didn't realize it was that close. Full blown kicked me in my thigh. You know.
Oh, you took one to the thigh. You took one to the motherfucking thigh. Come on. Hey, pray for that, brother. For real, man. God damn, you healed up, man.
Okay, oh yeah, it was.
That's what happened, man. You a whole full-fledged cowboy out here, man. Matter of fact.
Give me one second. Give me 1 sec. I got some
lasso and shit.
I don't have one. I've been wanting to get one.
Man, where you go? You was on another planet.
My bad. I had someone calling me. One of my buddies was giving me a ring. I was just texting, letting them know I was on the podcast.
Shit, my bad. Shit, I thought you was out of here, man. I said, oh, that damn Brado over there on the
no, not yet.
Shit.
But no, just this last week, this past Sunday, we had a cow. You know, what we do is say when we load them up, you got to count, you know, a certain amount to load onto the cow truck when we load them on.
Right.
So we had about 30 we were loading on, and we were pushing them up. one cow decided, he wasn't having it, started to fight back, and turned around and started, ran full speed. We have what's called we have what's called a cutoff gate, so that way when we're pushing them, they don't run all the way back down the end of the where we have them at, where we got to chase them all the way back down.
Got to start all the way back over and shit.
Yeah, so we have like a little gate, that kind of keeps them contained right there, and if we need to, we can get out the way, hop over, or whatever.
Right.
So we're, kind of pushing them. One cow decides to it literally turns around, runs full speed, and hits our cut gate, and launches it about 7 foot in the air.
Oh shit! With the gate?
Yeah, just literally ran, got up under, got his nose up under it, picked it up, and just launched it.
Shit!
I mean,
that could have been a person.
Oh, hey, if you want, I got a story from February.
Man, let's hear about it. Let's hear about it. Let's hear this story from February.
We had about the same situation. We're loading about 30 cows or whatever. It's one of the guys. He's always one of the cow truckers. His name's Bob. He's always there. Usually one of the main guys that help.
No, Bob, what are you doing? You too close, Bob. Back up. What happened to Bob, man?
No. What happened to me me and Bob, pushing the cows. If a cow turns around and looks at you, you can tell if it's either going to charge or if it's just like looking at you to be like, if it, it'll kind of look at you, dance for a second, you can yell at her, kick your feet at it, and it'll turn back around and go. Right. Sometimes they do that, and sometimes they look at you and they're like, then they charge. You just got to see the look in their eye.
So pretty much, if they start staring at you,
just like it's just like dog. It's just like any other animal. When you
if something is staring at you, why in the hell is you staring at me? You finna attack me.
Exactly.
Feel me?
So this cow did that, and it looked at us, and then what it did was it jumped instead of like charging. It did a leap. Well, when it jumped, I jumped. Well, I jumped the same way it jumped, and when it landed, its head was about right here in front of me, and it decided to do another jump.
So, shit.
Oh, Brado went about 8 to 10 feet up in the air. Like,
shit.
Like, I've honestly started thinking about getting a GoPro and just start recording me at the horse shows and seeing, so I can see what happens, so y'all can see the real truth of it. Because some of these stories, like I'm kidding you, I kid you not. I thought my grandpa was one of the biggest fibbers and storytellers you would ever meet in your life until I went to these horse shows, and these grown men would come up to my grandpa and be with one of their buddies and be like, "Hey, tell my friend here about what happened," and he'd tell a story, and it'd be a story he told me that I thought was 100% not true, and it was 100% true because he's telling, one of his friends said, "Hey, tell this story that happened that I seen happen," and it's some crazy, just crazy stories that they have. I mean, it's some of them cowboy stories. You think they're telling some tales, man, but them cowboy stories be some real deal.
You were a real live human field goal. Cal said, "It's good. It's all good." Oh shit, Brado. I'm glad you're still here. You feel me? Because everybody can't take a 10 feet to the earth. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Laying on their feet like Iron Man. You heard me? Like Brado.
I didn't land on my feet. I landed in a gate, kind of, but.
Oh shit.
And
he said, "Fuck that gate." You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Hey, man, look, man.
You got a job to do.
Hey, man, it take a different type of motherfucker to take a licking from a cow. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get to fighting all day. For you to get to fighting with a cow and then still come back, nigga, you was all right with me. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you. You was a bad motherfucker. You feel me? God damn. But you know what I was thinking? When I was thinking about horses, I said, Brado, then that's with these horses. I said, what else looks like a horse that it seems like nobody be using? A motherfucking zebra, man. What is all the zebras at? Y'all can have, that's a whole nother motherfucking genre, man.
Well, I've read
versus
some
horses.
Stuff on it.
You heard me?
I've read some stuff on it. A lot of African tribes did try to domesticate zebras.
Yeah.
But they're no matter what they did, even after years of training and trying to ride, they're just untrainable just about. They're one of the most untrainable animals just because of, because they've been in the wild that long. That's just what they know. That's what it's just so hard to get that out of something. That's like,
I'm trying to see what can a zebra be used for. Now I ain't never been like a just run into no skin, wearing skin and shit. But what can we use our zebras for? You know what I'm saying? Just leave them in the wild. What are they contributing? You know what I'm saying? Do we just paint them black? You know what I'm saying? And mix them in. You feel me? What is going on with the zebras, man? Can a jockey ride a zebra? Brado says no.
I mean,
jockeys on the zebras.
I mean, only way I would see, the same way as you take, how dogs work, wolves, as an example. If you take us, certain breeds of wolves are going to be harder to domesticate than other wolves. It just depends on their ancestry. If those wolves have been around people, they pass that on.
They got that
wild. So if you had some zebras that were more contained, and then you had kids with them and kept them more in a contained area and it wasn't wild, you could end up domesticating them. It would just take a longer process. It wouldn't be, it probably wouldn't be your first ones. It would be the offsprings of them, or maybe their offsprings would finally be domesticated. Because it would take generations. It's the same with people and everything else. It took generations for us to get to where we are. And you have to keep, and it just took practice and practice and practice of us doing the same thing over and over. And we finally got to where we are today. It's the same thing with animals. You got to do the same thing, training, teaching, and stuff like that.
Have you ever tried to ride a horse like a jockey? You know what I'm talking about, them jockeys and shit. They be up on that motherfucker. And
I have had to break a horse before from my grandpa. So
when you say break a horse, you mean that motherfucker was wild as hell like a zebra, and you had to break it down and had to make it be able to ride like a civilized horse.
Yep, like what'll happen is, you get a 2 or 3 year old horse. They ain't been ridden much. They ain't ridden before, so you gotta just ride them. Ride them until they get used to getting rode. Some horses it can take a month and they're perfectly fine. It could take 6 months for me to break a horse. It just depends on said horse.
So why you trying to break the horse? Ain't the horse bucking and shit?
Oh yeah, I mean, this horse wasn't like full blown. It was it was kind of broke. It wasn't full blown, like just brand new. Me hopping on it. Right. It didn't really buck much, but it took, like, we were in a small round pen, and my grandpa was in there with his horse walking it, trying to get it used to walking with someone on it and so forth. Well, as soon as he steps out with his horse I'm on just takes off running. I'm talking about full speed like a racehorse.
That's fucked up.
and I'm only probably about 13 years old, so I'm telling my grandpa, make it stop. And he's like, stop horse. It ain't stopping. So he finally gets in, I don't know what he did or if he did something or what, but the horse just stopped. And then, here I go, and just, launch about.
And you flew off the horse?
Yep. Because I'm talking about it was running. I'm talking about full speed, and it dead just stopped.
Where is Brado going? Pray for that, brother. Brado, you done flew in the air so many times.
Yeah, I have.
So many times.
I have.
That's all right. But it's crazy because I don't even lie. I think I got a phobia of horses a little bit because when I was very young, younger than 13, I think I was 8, and I went on a church trip to Shelby Farms. Do you know about Shelby Farms?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Went on church trip to Shelby Farms to go horseback ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm 8. I think I'm finna get a little pony. You know what I'm saying? Little pony. You know what I'm saying? Little donkey or something. You feel me? Why did they put me on? Seemed like the granddaddy horse. Seemed like the Thanos of horses. The horse was so big. The horse was bigger than my daddy horse. I'm like, well, don't nobody else see this big ass horse? So I get on the horse. They say, oh, you all right? Oh, you all right? I don't think I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? The trainer, you know how I had a dude that supposed to be leading and helping. He way back there, or he way in the front. I'm 8. I'm in the middle. What the fuck? My horse. As soon as I get on my horse immediately start jogging. You supposed to be trotting. All right? I'm 8. I want to trot a horse, not a fucking jogger. It went from jogging to galloping. Next thing I know, I done took a shortcut, and now they had to come and get me. You know what I'm saying? I almost galloped all the way to the motherfucking jungle. What the fuck? So ever since then, I've been a little apprehensive, you know what I'm saying, about horses. I respect them. I know, look, stay over there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to get on them like that. I get on them, you know what I'm saying? But shit, god damn, man.
Well, horses can tell your feelings when you're on, if you're fear, how you are when you get on a horse. They know they can tell that. Like they
tell you to kick the horse a little bit to make it go a little faster. Why I did that? You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't try to kick the horse. My legs just going like this when it's walking. You know what I'm saying? So it automatically kicking it because I'm flopping on that bitch. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I've had a horse take off on me before when I wasn't ready for it. Did the same thing. I was probably about 6 or 7, about that same age, and I was just on a horse and standing there walking, and all of a sudden it took off running, and then it freaked me out. It scared me. Like I didn't know, what I'm saying? I couldn't get it to stop because I was doing the same thing. I was trying to get it to stop, but I was pulling at the same time I was kicking because my feet was going crazy, and it just didn't, it didn't work. The horse didn't know what commands to do. It was just going. It was like, what am I supposed to do here? So it just, kept running. But no, horses, they can feel like if you get on a horse and you're nervous or, because it's a new horse and you're not used to riding it, they can tell that. Horses will take advantage of their rider. Well, I mean, just for example, if you have horses at the horse show that, they'll be like, oh, this horse is harder to trot. And the only reason they're saying that is because it likes to stop in the middle of trotting and just start walking again. So you would have to keep kicking it. And the only reason they do that is because, say, I'm the trainer and it's your horse, I'm training it. But when I train it, I never let it stop, right? I never let it stop. I kick it constantly. But when you get on it, you're like, well, the horse is a little tired. I'm going to let it walk for a minute. No, you're not supposed to do that because once when you try to trot it and lope it, it thinks, hey, I can stop whenever I want to.
Give it an inch, it's going to take a mile, huh?
Exactly. Horses are the same. They learn from, like, horses can learn from other horses.
Right.
Like what behaviors that they do, how they act. If you have an aggressive horse and you have a nice horse sitting across from it, well, if that nice horse sits across from it for long enough and sees how this horse acts, it'll start picking up on its behaviors and acting like it.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, it's just like if you work somewhere, you know what I'm saying, and the manager ain't doing nothing to the lazy motherfucker, and you over here working your ass off. So other motherfuckers start acting lazy like the lazy motherfucker because they know nothing ain't gonna happen to them neither. You know what I'm saying? Or when they don't do shit, if somebody no call, no show, but you just let them come on back in, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna no call, no show on your ass too, motherfucker, because you ain't finna be fucking me over.
Yeah, no, that's how the world goes, man. If you got good workers that are willing to do anything and do something for the company and be there and do hard work, they're gonna take advantage of it and they're gonna use you. And just like you said, you had that one mess up, they act like it's the end of the world and want to get rid of you for one mess up, but you've had the lazy dude mess up 10 times and you're still letting him stay here and not getting on to him about
it. Not fair. It's not fair. At least give me get a person that's working hard a reward. You know what I'm saying? So he'll know, look, that's where you ain't getting that because you fucking up pretty much. Hey, man, did you hear about? I heard about this young lady. I think she had to be an older young lady because she had got a letter in the mail from a church, right? She opened up the letter, and guess what was in the goddamn letter?
What was in it?
A check for $1 million. Have you? Matter of fact, it wasn't even a check. It was $1 million bill. Just one bill. Now, first of all, what if this happened to you? What if you got a letter from a church and it was one bill and it said $1 million on there? Reactions.
I mean, is it even real? First off,
that is the first question you need to be asking before you do anything else. All right? Because it is very, very detrimental to your health if you take this $1 million bill and try to spend it if it's not real. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got to make sure it's real. At least go to the bank and ask the bank, hey, bank, is this real? Can I see y'all little pen that be swiping over the shit? Now, me, myself, I have never seen a $1 million bill in my life. You feel me? Maybe this lady thinks this is the only $1 million bill. They just got $1 million bills to spur or something. They just sent her one from the church collection plate. I don't think so.
That's just how that's how the millionaires pay with their stuff. They just have $1 million bills they be paying with.
It must be. It must be. Mother got $3 million in his pocket. Get that shit out your wallet. What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh wait.
Hey, but
okay,
that ain't
130.
that ain't even the worst part, bro. Not only did this lady think it was real, this lady went to motherfucking Dollar General to try to spend this motherfucker.
Out of all places.
Out of all places, you know how many dollars? You know how much change? Let me tell you something, young lady. Dollar General ain't got change. I don't give a fuck how much you buy. You can buy the store in Dollar General wouldn't have change.
Give me 1 second. I gotta run and do something real quick. I'll be back in about a minute.
All right, handle your business. Handle your business.
All right.
Bruh, I heard about this. You feel me? And I was like, what the hell? How is you got a $1 million bill? You just getting a bunch of cookies. You getting a bunch of pillows. You know what I'm saying? I know when you go in there, you see the comforters. You say, oh, that comforter a lot. You see the fans in there. I can get a fan for my daddy, fan for my mama. I can get some comforters for my children. I can get a whole lot of dishwasher detergent. Man, even if you buy the whole store, they would not have change for your shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to say that this lady is less than smart. You know what I'm saying? But she sure be acting like it. That's all I'm saying. Now, of course, when she tried to go to the register, guess what happened? Of course, they called the police. Of course they did. But the police didn't jump on somebody's neck. Exactly. They gave this joker, they banned her from the Dollar General, whatever they did. How you just say, you just can't come in here no more. You too stupid to come in here, pretty much. We don't want nobody that stupid to be around our store. We don't want nobody that stupid to be inside our store. You're not allowed at no Dollar Generals. You know what I'm saying? Go to Dollar Tree. You team Dollar Tree from now on. You feel me? We ain't got time for it. Now.
All right, my bad. I had to take care of, some business over here.
Oh, good, man. Did you notice my hat, man?
I can hardly, what does it say on it?
Man, it says greatness on
greatness.
It. You know what I'm saying?
That's your personal hat? Or?
Yes, this is actually the my What If podcast merch I finna start coming out with. This hat right here is priced at $33. You feel me? If anybody would like to purchase one, please message me and I will make sure that you get your personalized greatness hat. I have my ETG Eric the Great initials on the back of mine. Of course, I will send you your BTG Brado the Great. Know what I'm saying? So
hey, make sure you send me that link in a message and I'll post it on my Facebook for you as well.
Yeah, man. I'll make sure to do that. You feel me?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, we'll get it out there for you. I got
man. I got hoodies coming. You feel me? I got t-shirts coming. You feel me? So be on the lookout for the Eric the Great merch. The What If podcast merch is coming straight for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, Brado, like I was saying about this $1 million bill, they called the police on this this young lady because she was too stupid for her own good, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Now, her heart was in the right place because she was trying to buy stuff for homeless people and people that was less fortunate. But before you did all that, ma'am, you have to be smart enough to make sure it's real first, right? You know what I'm saying? So the police pretty much banned her from coming in Dollar General, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was the conclusion of that.
So they didn't investigate the $1 million bill. They didn't.
Well, of course they told her that it was fake. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course I'm just saying, but they didn't. There was no more. They just said it was over with after that. Or you haven't read anything up on it, or
exactly. I think she should have got way more than that because what you call had George Floyd, if you recall, had a fake $20 bill, and they literally killed this joker over a $20 bill. What kind of bullshit is that?
They did kill him over that. I mean, it was straight. We could get all. I mean, there's so much to talk about with that topic right there, especially with what's going on the. I haven't really kept up with the trial. My great grandma watches it, you know, and I'll go in there and hear a little bit of it here and there, and all of it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, to me, even with, I don't know if you've seen the Army sergeant that got.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because that was going to be one of my topics. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. How you feel about that? Because I think a motherfucker don't own no neighborhood. You feel me?
Well, see, my problem is, my main problem is he contradicted himself, that fat cop did the whole time. I mean, he literally did everything he said contradicted what he said later on in the video. You know, he's like, when he pulled it over at first, he said, well, I couldn't see your tags. That's why I pulled my gun. You know, that's why we had guns drawn, because we couldn't see the tags and there was no tags. But then a couple minutes later, he's like, well, I understand that you drove that far, you know, because you wanted to be in a well-lit area because of what's going on in the world. Well, which one is it? Why are you being so understanding now, but you wasn't at the beginning of the traffic stop? You know, a traffic stop should not be guns blazing, guns drawn, or tasers drawn for that matter. Starting off the encounter, especially then too, when you see, if I'm a cop and I see someone stick their arms out and I see a military jacket on, immediately I'm apologizing. I'm putting my gun up, and we're going to resolve this.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Exactly, you know because without that military person doing what he did, you wouldn't have a job here serving and protecting your community like you're supposed to be. You say and supposed to be doing, and that's one of the whole way they treated him. And then they're going to say, then the cop says, oh, well, when I tried to reach in, when they pepper sprayed him, they said that he tried to reach, when the cop was reaching in, I don't know if you've seen that, where he was reaching in, trying to open up the door, trying to get in, you know, to open the door to get the guy out. Right. The cop said that the military guy put his hands on him. And in the whole video, you literally see the military guy doing this, like, don't, you know, I'm trying not to do anything.
Anything. You feel
exactly.
me?
And
in situations like that, do you think police, cause they say they just got a hard job and they think their life be in danger, right? You know what I'm saying? Or they just racist pieces of shit that's trying to just kill motherfuckers. Which one is it, Brado? Which one?
I mean, it's both, it's both, honestly. I mean, if you want to be real.
It's mixed together.
Because, I mean, I worked as a security guard at a hospital, okay? Right. And we had, you know, cops that would stand in the ER, you know, that would just sit in the ER through the night just in case anything crazy happened. And I would talk to them. And, you know, they're really, you know, they're cool cops. They're all, you know, real cool dudes. But I was a sergeant, you know, so I ran my own shift and I have security guards that had to follow what I said and stuff. Well, our protocol is if someone runs or you know, a vehicle drives off or something like that, you're not supposed to chase it. You're not a cop. You're a security guard.
Right.
Well, I had security guards full blown, like, chase down cars that didn't stop when they were supposed to, or chase down people, or try to, you know, act like a cop in a sense when they wouldn't listen to them. And, you know, talking to them further on, these people wanted to be a cop. So just from, you know, saying being a security guard and having a little security badge gives someone a power trip. Right. It's the badge. It's a power trip. That's where I look at it. Where I think it's more of a power trip than it being someone being racist or just being, you know, supposed to be serving and protecting the community. I think they get that badge and they think I'm invincible now. I can do what I want.
So you got they instead of, because pretty much it's to serve and protect. Okay. But people don't feel like they serving and protecting us. People feel like they got to be scared of the police because the police finna bully them pretty much.
That, I mean, also, if you serving and protecting, why are you hiding behind a church to see if someone's speeding or not? You know what I'm saying? Why are you sitting back there hiding Like we're the only. If you look at other countries and other how their police cars are and policemen around there are, in Europe alone, their police cars are white with bright yellow and orange around the middle of them, so you know it's a police car. There's no way you can't tell that those are police cars around there. Here you have police cars that are solid white and the stripe on it's white as well with the name South Haven Police Department. How are you supposed to see that at night or during the daytime? The only time you can see it is when the headlights reflect off of it.
Oh, they don't want you to see them. They don't want you to see them. They trying to catch you slipping pretty much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a police car should be used like a yellow light to slow down.
Exactly. Police to me, they should, we have detectives, we have all that kind of stuff. Those is what should be used if a policeman feels, or when they pulled that car over and that policeman felt threatened or felt that, hey, I don't know what's going to happen here because this person has no tags. I can't run nothing. So I don't know who's in that vehicle.
Yeah,
so,
where's the backup? Call some backup.
Call backup first.
If you too scared to go motherfucking talk to the person that you just pulled over, just call for backup, man. Because it sounds like you finna fire fucking up.
Just tell them, go with the radio like, hey, I'm calling backup in. It'll be a minute for they get here. Let's just sit. So we're just gonna hang tight and wait for them to get here. You don't have communicate with them. I don't know if you have seen that video of that FBI, that SWAT agent, where he was it was a call came in about a guy in a hotel room. He was a rodent killer, like for Orkin or stuff like that, pest control.
Right.
And he had a pest control gun, that he was in the hotel spraying.
Damn.
Okay, well, someone called and said they seen a gun. SWAT team, FBI came. Well, when this guy came, I'll send you the link when we get off of here so you can watch it and follow up on it. But he gave him the commands he gave him was literally like he was playing Simon Says. The cop was playing Simon Says, and as soon as you don't do one of my commands right, I'm shooting you.
That's fucked up.
And he literally was like, lift your legs up, cross your legs, bring your legs to your butt, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, one wrong move and I'm shooting you. He literally tells him that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And this was a white guy. This wasn't a black guy. It was a white guy and a white cop. And they even furthermore went into it and read on his SWAT team agent or wherever it was, had the gun he was using was custom made, and on it had like eat my bullets, or something of that nature of like, he was wanting to kill. Like that's why he was on the force was to be a, what I'm saying? And that's most what
like it's target practice or something. Like I finna join the police force because I'm gonna get to kill people. Is that what's in the handbook? Is that what the brochure says? Do you want to kill people? Are you angry most of the time? Do you not get in the pussy? Come on to the police department. We got you. Get the fuck out of here. Did you hear about the dude who had came out of his house and had pushed a young man that was just walking in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I seen that yesterday because I seen a picture and it was of all the black community standing in front of his house.
Exactly.
And I was like, what is this? So I read the comments and I watched the video, bro, and I was heated. I was really, really heated about that because,
bro, that's fucked up, bro.
I mean,
it don't take all that, bro. You don't own the sidewalk, bro. Know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And see, as you know, I have a black adopted stepbrother, so I take this is personal. This is family to me. So when stuff like this happens, it's not just like, oh, that happened. Like, no, what if that was my brother it happened to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What if he was dealing with this stuff from someone else?
Right.
And so I look at this stuff personal. It's a big deal to me, and I take a big, if anybody wants support or wants me to come out and stand with them, I'm always, welcome to.
Right.
Because
man, don't get me wrong. I know. Don't get me wrong. It's good people and it's bad people. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what the color.
Exactly. Then this motherfucker is a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? His brain is it's all mushed up. The fact that you even came out here trying to bully this freaking kid. Yeah, you need to get what it is, assault.
So yeah, well, see, the thing is,
assault. But they ain't done with his ass. They're
trying to say it's because he was a military sergeant. And he has stuff wrong with his head because he's seen things that he can't talk about, and that nature. PTSD, and stuff. So I mean that, but also I was reading it said that he had some incidents, in the past weeks where he had been doing this to other people too as well. I don't know if they were black or if it, or what
right.
What they were, but I'd read where he had been getting aggressive. He had been aggressive towards people, 2 or 3 people before this, and some weeks prior as well.
Yeah.
So this isn't a brand new behavior. This isn't like it just randomly happened one day.
Man. He just got bad apples out there, man. He just a rotten apple, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got him out there. That's why you got to be very aware that some people just throw it off. You know what I'm saying? Some people.
And I don't know if you watch Law and Order SVU, Special Victims Unit.
Oh yeah,
they had their latest episode was about the same thing we're talking about right now, about how there was like this, this house for people that already committed crimes, like all the people that lived there were either sex offenders or some of that nature. Well, the girl that he got caught with, it's a black guy, was the guy that got caught with a white girl.
Okay.
Well, her father didn't want it to happen no more. Well, she was about to be turned 17, so he went out and framed this dude for murder, basically.
Oh man.
Okay, so what happened is when they framed him, someone else came in basically and came in the house and they lynched this man.
What the fuck?
They lynched him because of what other people were, because of what other people said, and it came to find out that kid was 18, had just turned the day he turned 18. That girl's parents that was 15 went and said that he was, sexually abusing his daughter, and boom, that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? And just like that, someone's world could be ruined because a father doesn't want their daughter being with someone that just turned 18. Or something.
It'd be fucking me up that people get mad over somebody else's life. This ain't even your life. You know what I'm saying? You get mad because somebody else ain't living life the way you want them to live. Live your own life. If I had to give anybody advice, live your own fucking life and stop worrying about somebody else's life. Because it'll get them killed and it'll get you killed. You feel me? Because you worry about the wrong motherfucking thing. Stay in your motherfucking lane.
Exactly.
You get yourself killed. You feel me? Because, man, you got children out here that'll kill their own parents. You feel me? Because the parent trying to control their motherfucking life. Let these children live their own motherfucking life, man. But they kill your ass. You feel me?
Exactly. You're supposed to guide them and supposed to teach them what's right and what's wrong in life. But if your kid, just because you wanted your kid to be a doctor doesn't mean, but they have to be if they don't pick anything in the medical field, doesn't mean you failed as a parent, just because that's what you thought their dream would be. If your kid wanted to be whatever they wanted to be,
if you teach them hate, man, you know what? If you teach them hate, the hate gonna boomerang on your ass every time. Mm-hmm. I promise you that. You feel me?
And that's what's wrong. We're not teaching enough love in the world. We're not teaching
man.
Love thy neighbor. That's all you need to do.
More love is what we need in the world.
And just for example, my few neighbors I have around here, like at Christmas time, I have a few neighbors. We all buy like some of them little Christmas cookies or that big old thing of popcorn, and we give each other Christmas stuff. Or like Easter, whatever it is. Like this lady across the street, her son, I've noticed he was like 3. He's like 8 now. Every year I buy him a birthday gift.
That's fine.
It's just to pass some love on and show, hey, we're neighbors. Let's take care of each other. We're a community. That's the only way to grow is to be there for each other.
There it is.
Not be in each other's business. Be there and support each other. And that's all you can do.
Well spoken, Brado. Well, I want to ask you, man. I think I did ask you, man. Did you ever get around to seeing that movie? King
Godzilla.
Kong?
Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong. Yes, I did.
Have you ever seen this movie called King Kong vs. Godzilla? You heard me?
Man, that shit was fire.
Yeah, that was
So what you think about the movie, man?
I mean, it was.
Wait a minute, let me see. Out of 5 stars, how many stars you get?
I give it a 4.7.
Oh yeah, 4.7.
Yeah, 4.7.
That's fine. No,
I ain't gonna even lie. The only thing that I wasn't ready for was the storyline of it. Like how they were trying to find the center like the center Earth thing. I didn't expect that from what had happened in before with. Have you watched all the other ones to lead up to this? The 3 movies that lead up to this movie?
I think I have. Yeah.
Okay, so like you're supposed to watch Godzilla first.
Yeah.
And then King Kong, Skull Island.
Yeah.
And then Godzilla, the monster versus monsters, or King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So And that from King of the Monsters to this one, they weren't discussing the same thing. Like I said, like the center, trying to find the center of the earth power source thingy. That
did throw me off the center of the earth, because I did not know when Godzilla just all of a sudden out of nowhere started shooting fire out of his mouth into the ground. I said, why is he shooting the ground for? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is burning a hole literally
all the way
through the earth. You telling me he burning a hole through the earth to the center of the earth, nigga? And then this was King Kong was. King Kong. Oh shit. And then he jumped through the motherfucking hole, man. That shit was crazy, bro.
Here's a good topic for your what ifs. What if this stuff ain't all fake that they showing on movies and stuff? I mean,
like what you talking about, the center of the earth, or you talking about the monster?
Just in general. Like from what I've watched a lot of documentaries, and one I've watched was a lot. This was a lot of factual information on aliens and stuff like that. And they said we have so much information that when we present it to you, you're gonna think it's fake because of all the stuff we have.
Right.
And what they said is the way to make stuff fake is to throw it in a movie and make it seem so unreal that it couldn't be real.
Right.
So
well,
I'm not saying
above
every
believing
movie.
That's what that was what the podcast talk about, man. So what do you think is one of the craziest things that we don't think is real that you just seen in the movie? That you do
if we're just talking about just from King Kong movie, I would say the Giants wise, because we have covered skulls and bones and fragments of living giants back in the day.
Right.
So, like even, I don't know if you know the giant squid. If you know about it, have you ever?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard about that, John.
Back in the day, that was a myth. There was no such thing as a giant squid that could take down boats and this and this and this. And then they found it a couple years ago. They found a 25-foot giant squid.
Well, in that ocean, 90% of the ocean, we don't know what the fuck down there. You know what I'm saying? So they could have a whole land of Atlantis in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucking giant squids.
And see, that's the thing.
Motherfucking people down there, motherfucker.
How do we know what's at the center of the earth? How do we know what? Just because you go in one way, maybe because you come in through the rocks, you might hit a certain way. What if we go in through the water? What if we end up somewhere else going through the water? It might be a whole different, like you said, a whole different world down there.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. What had thrown me off a little bit because they had went into like a dimension type of portal type of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? So that's how they got to the center of the earth. But Godzilla, he just burnt a hole to that motherfucker. So I was like, when they went through the portal, I thought it had something to do with time. You know
I think it's the speed. Like you have to reach a certain speed. That's what they were talking about. I kind of caught on it when they said, the first time they tried to do it and didn't make it is because their speed wasn't the right. Their speed was right. It's their landing. They didn't have the landing right for when they came in. So that's what was the problem is the speed. You had to get to a certain speed, but then once you got there, you had to be able to stop that speed just at an instant, right? Basically.
Well, God,
once you got right now, really
math around this bitch.
Which they showed in the movie, I don't even know if that's physically possible. And we don't know. We'll put it in quotations that it's physically impossible.
I know,
because
right?
I mean, some of the stuff these folks have, these rich folks
aliens
have.
Already here, man. They said aliens.
Oh, they here.
Yeah.
Look,
if you
like watching stuff like that, there's a documentary on Hulu called Unacknowledged by Stephen Green.
Yeah.
I highly recommend watching it. It's about all that kind of stuff.
I think I seen an alien the other day in some skinny jeans in the hoodie, man. That motherfucker was ugly as hell, bro.
Here, give me one second. I got a message just came through.
Yeah, man.
I can still talk though.
Hey, now what had thrown me off with the motherfucking Godzilla movie? How did he get so cool with this little girl? You know what I'm saying? Is that King Kong stepchild or something? You heard me? What's going on?
Okay, you remember from Skull Island? The King Kong Skull Island when he was out there fighting all those different the skull crackers or whatever they were called.
Right.
Well, them skull crackers were trying to kill the people that were on that island.
Right.
And that little girl was one of the girls that he had, that came out and he had seen. that it was one of the first girls he had ever seen, like ever seen in his life. One of the first people he ever made contact with, and he seen it was so tiny, you know, and it was a child, he had to protect it. And from then on out, they just had a bond. It's just, you know, like an unexplainable bond that
it is.
You know, just like a dog, you know, just like how dogs have with humans. You know, your dog is not gonna love someone else like they love you.
It is. I get well, I was cause don't get me wrong. Whenever I watch a movie, I always be looking for the person that's gonna help control this crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got nobody to control it, he just gonna fuck up everybody in the movie and kill everything in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So you always be looking for that person that's gonna calm somebody down, the peacemaker. You feel me? And that was the little girl, to the point where she was teaching this man sign language. I said, King Kong no sign language, bro. I said, that shit is crazy. But
yeah.
Home. Now I'm trying to tell you, bro. King Kong done got sophisticated, man. He growing on up, huh? That boy know how to do sign language. That boy know how to swing a goddamn axe. You heard me? You seen that bullshit? Man, he done snap. He done hit that boy in the throat. Gave that boy a throat, baby, with the axe. I said, goddamn. I said, this is a cold motherfucker right here. I ain't gonna need to lie. At first, King Kong kind of got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
No, round one went to Zilla in the ocean. I mean, you can't have a monkey in the ocean fighting. That ain't even a fair.
Yeah. No, I ain't even talking about that part. I'm talking about when he just stood on the boy's chest.
Oh, yeah, no, he in the end,
and then
round one was Godzilla, round two was King Kong, and then round three, Godzilla. I mean, it's just...
Look, all I know is if you had to pick, who would you go with? King Kong or Godzilla?
I mean, I'm going with King Kong all day.
King Kong? Nah, I was gonna go with King Kong until I seen Godzilla whoop that ass. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla, listen to me. Cause I fuck with dragons. I'm a Game of Thrones motherfucker. So that boy got, not only do he got the fire coming out his mouth, the boy got a tail. That boy was damn near crawling like a pit bull, whooping Kong ass when Kong fell down. I said, bitch, stay down. You know what I'm saying? Biting that boy ass and some more shit. Then put the foot on the motherfucking chest. All he can do is cry. He said, what the fuck is that gonna do? They ain't gonna do shit. I let your bitch ass up now. Now you can get up. And then Kong, I forgot what Kong did. Then he said, you know what? My bad. We got to fight somebody else. This robot motherfucker. I don't even know what this fucking robot came from. You know what I'm saying? Whooping both our ass. So now we got to work together. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga got titanium and we just got regular fists. Titanium can fuck fists up. Wait a minute. I got an axe. See, Godzilla didn't have no axe. So really, he needed King Kong to slice that bitch. You hear me?
I'm just ready to see the next movie they come out with on it.
Hey, are you ready for Mortal Kombat?
Oh, hey. Yes. See, you know, it came out in theaters yesterday on the 16th, but it comes out on HBO on the 23rd.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be next Friday. We get to watch that.
That shit look fire as hell.
You know
what I'm saying? When you can stab somebody, the blood freeze. You turn his blood into a knife and stab him with his own blood? Come on, man. You stab somebody with their own blood? That's the coldest shit I ever seen, bro. For real. That's the coldest shit I ever seen.
That's going to be a good discussion on.
But look, this is not the coldest shit I ever seen. You had somebody make a birthday flyer, right? Can you believe this? A birthday flyer, but they used a funeral flyer for the birthday flyer. You said, what the fuck is going on here? The motherfucker said, is she dying or is she living? What kind of birthday? Is she gonna be dead at your birthday party? Some bullshit. You know how you see the goddamn flyer? The motherfucker said, we would like to invite you to the birthday party of a 16-year-old. And then, what the fuck going on? Got an obituary in this bitch? A backwards obituary. What the fuck? Wake up, bitch. Don't die. You feel me? We down the street. But on that note, man, shit, we out of time, man. But I would like to thank Brado for being on the What If podcast show. You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful.
Appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you having me, brother.
Yeah, man, wonderful to have you. You filled us in on all the people that are ignorant to equestrianism, which is horse shit. You know what I'm saying? AKA. Yeah, man, he was holding it down. And now we know about herding, cutting, motherfucking holding the motherfucking horse without hands and shit. You feel me? And motherfucking watch out for them long ear ass cows, man. But we'll holler at you, Brado. Much love to you, my brother. Y'all be cool, man.
Hey, I'll get one of them soon. I got you, dog.
There it is.
All right.
Oh,
stay safe.
Throw it up, podcast. Was a fifth, we all be drunk. Throw it up.
You already know, man.
If was a fifth, we all be drunk. Oh, throw it up, podcast. If was a fifth.